of the nearly 300 games released on the N64. I know there's less than that, but around that. I have pulled out what I feel is worth mentioning, and there's others. Again, like I've said before, the N64 library was a love-or-hate relationship, and I feel that there's several classic, amazing games on it, amid a huge library of garbage. But there are several A+ gems that I would have fun playing today as much as I would playing when it came out. So let's start off with just mentioning essentially what the system was built around. Super Mario 64. And that game today still holds up. Amazing game. Again, Nintendo really having several quality titles on their system. Super Smash Brothers, again making a debut franchise on the N64. Still as popular today as it was years ago. Star Fox 64. This is my favorite Star Fox of all of them. Fun multiplayer. Definitely one of the first games to use the Rumble Pack as well. Paper Mario, kind of a light-hearted RPG. Again, I think it really got the essence of the Mario games into a fun game. Mario Kart 64, some say, is still to this day one of the best Mario Kart games, and it's hard to disagree with them. Just good all around. Zelda games really took off on the N64. This guy right here, need not say the name. I just show you. This is the collector's edition, by the way. The Gold Card first edition run. Amazing game, followed up by not as good but still great game, Majora's Mask, game collector's edition. Also has like a action foil sticker on the cart. Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings was again a classic. Definitely improving upon the Super Nintendo version. When you're talking about classics, you definitely got to mention GoldenEye. GoldenEye set the bar high for console shooters, and honorable mention goes to Perfect Dark. Now, a lot of people don't like Perfect Dark as much as GoldenEye. I thought they did some things better, and some things not as good. But again, both of them need to be mentioned on games to care about the N64. But Nintendo wasn't the only ones to make outstanding games. Obviously, Rare made GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Rare also did Banjo-Kazooie, which is a great platform title. A strange little game, Space Station Silicon Valley. Is definitely a fun little game and odd. For racing, Hydro Thunder, boat racing. There's not a lot of boat racers out there. Hydro Thunder is a great game to get for the system. The best Star Wars game on the system, in my opinion, Rogue Squadron. The amount of content they put in this game is amazing. And the commentary and the extras, A+. You can get this game usually about $10. Really recommend it for Star Wars fans. Turok kind of became a laughing stock, in the days of the PS2 and Xbox. But back in the day, this game gets overlooked a lot. And it's essentially a multiplayer version of Turok. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I recommend it for any first-person shooter fans. Get this game for the N64. You will not regret it. A lot of fun. Rare made another gem, Jet Force Gemini. Again, kind of a third-person kind of platform shooter. Kind of hard to explain. Had some multiplayer aspects for it as well. Definitely recommend it. Killer Instinct Gold, one of the few fighting games that was worth a darn on the N64. Gauntlet Legends, really good arcade port of a fun arcade game. And here's an unknown game, Blast Corps. Again, a lot of fun done by Rare. Not anything really like it on any other system. Doom 64, a very good version, and using the N64 hardware, some stunning graphics. Rayman 2 by Ubisoft, a really good platform. It sometimes gets overlooked. Asteroids Hyper 64, kind of a neat two-player simultaneous version of Asteroids. And you know, I hated episode 1. I really did. But this game is fun. And very cheap, by the way, too. You can usually get it for, again, under probably $5-7, so you can get the game. Well, like any system, and I'm sure collectors are watching this, they probably know, yeah. What do you think is rare or odd about this system? Well, here we go. Here is probably one of the most terrible fighting games I've ever played, and that's including Atari Jaguar bad fighting games. Beast Wars Transmetals. It was a Blockbuster exclusive, and it just should have never been made. It's like essentially a half-program game that they decided to sell to rent, and it's terrible. Ogre Battle 64. One of the few strategy RPG games for the game system. It's amazing. Pick it up, spend the money, you won't regret it. Everybody talks about Superman 64 being, you know, some people ask me, what is the worst game on the system? I would say this is. Like Superman 64, just terribly unplayable. What's worse about this is a kind of a spiritual successor from the Interstate 76, I do believe, series on the computer, or at least it's related. And it's terrible that this turned out to be so bad. StarCraft 64, another oddity. You know, nobody played it on the N64. Everybody got the PC version, and for good reason. PC version's better in every way. Don't get this. And so, yeah, low print run. I worked at a game store when this came out, and we got very few of these. And I kind of come down to the final 4 that I think are pretty tough to get boxed. Bomberman 64 Second Attack, again probably a low print run, pretty hard to get complete. Worms Armageddon, again pretty hard to get complete for a good price. The famous International Superstar Soccer 2000, again very tough to get complete, especially boxed. And then, of course, everybody's favorite rare that they probably won't ever play, and that's Clay Fighter 63rd and 3rd Sculptor's Cut. And again, a Blockbuster exclusive. Nobody has the manual. I spent way too much and got a manual that was a little beat up for my copy. It is now complete. Loose, you know, you're looking at $30 to $50. Boxed with manual, that's a whole other ball game. And so that is, you know, supposedly one of the hardest games to get. I think finding this complete is almost as bad. But anyways, this kind of gives you an overview of some of the fun plays, some of the oddball stuff, and I hope this helps you out. Thank you very much.